Hello, beautiful kindreds. So I'm doing some crafting today. This is a process video for my spring, large format spring journal. So this is the project that I'm working on today. I'm adding a storage component onto this side of the front flip. So this piece flips out. It's just a simple little flip there in the front of the journal, and I'm going to add a storage component. That's what I'm going to be crafting today. All right, so I had this idea to do, you're going to be watching this upside down, I'm so sorry, just because I needed a large space to work, so we're in this sort of odd location. Anyway, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make the flip. So what it's gonna be basically, it's going to, so this is gonna be the front of it. That's what's gonna be mounted in the book. So this is what you'll see when you open up the book. And behind it's going to be some layers where I'm going to tuck some tags, cards, things like that. So, all right, I have an idea for this. We'll see. I think, I'm trying to think of the direction. I believe that maybe this is gonna work better, because I think we're gonna need, it's gonna be something like this. All right, so we're gonna do something to the right. And then a piece below. How is everyone? How is spring working out for you? I actually really love spring. So I took a walk today in the morning where I live. It's pretty overcast and cloudy right now, but it was sunny this morning, so I was like, let me go ahead get my little steps in this morning. Well, it's sunny, and it was really beautiful because it's been raining the last few days, and so today was a bit of a break from that. And so the sun was out, the birds were acting out, making all sorts of noise. There was a woodpecker near this park that I was walking by, and I was walking past these trees, like these bushes, and was just kind of paying attention to the trees, right? Because I absolutely love when the buds on the trees start to form, and then, you know, that week or two where they're all full bloom, those soft creams, whites, pinks, and it's just so beautiful. There's something so beautiful and like innocent and soft and kind of gentle about that couple of weeks. And so I noticed that some of the trees and bushes had really small little buds growing on them, and some of them, I'm trying to think for a second, sorry. Yeah, okay. I don't want to cut the tabs off. Some of the trees had small little buds growing on them, and some of them didn't. Some of them were further along in their process than others, and some of them were still barren, like hadn't even started yet. And it just made me think about life, to be dramatic. Our own individual journeys we're like those trees, right? As individuals, and like sometimes the trees were independent. Sometimes they were in bunches, like big bushes. Whole bunch of trees put together makes the forest. Like, I was just kind of, I don't know, being, not really trying to be existential, but just kind of thinking about these things, right? That some of the trees were budding and some of them weren't. And it just made me think about life, right? Like, I've been in many transitions over my life, and I'm sure you have as well, where you're moving from one thing to the next, and sometimes you're in on what you're moving into, and sometimes you're not. Or sometimes you know parts, but you don't know the full story, or you're not in on the full, transition, or maybe you know you're in a state of transition, but you're not really sure what you're transitioning into or whatnot, right? So there's different kind of levels of understanding and movements. And I just thought about these trees, and I was just like, you know what? Because I'm stressing out a little bit. I'm in a place of transition in some parts of my life, and I was like, you know what? There's no sense in stressing out about it because, of course, right? Like, what do you do when you don't know something? You start immediately stressing out, and overthinking and second guessing and doing all of these very unhelpful things, right? It doesn't help you ease the anxiety or resolve the unknown. It just makes you anxious, to be perfectly honest. And so as I was watching those trees, and I was like, you know what? The trees aren't stressed out, right? The ones that are not blossoming yet, the ones that don't have buds growing on them, the ones that are not yet blooming aren't stressing out. They'll get there, right? Like, they will bud, they will blossom, they will have their moment. And they're not anxious or stressed out or worried because they see their neighbor doing something, their neighbor plant doing something that they're not yet doing. They know that they will have their moment, that they will bud, that they will blossom, that they will become. And so I just felt like that was a lesson from nature to myself, that it's like, just be patient, right? Enjoy the moment that you're in. When you exhale and you lean into the gift that is the present, you truly do enjoy. Like, there are things for you to enjoy, even if you don't feel like there are. It's just that you're not seeing them because you're too busy worried about what will be. You're not focused on what is, right? And the opportunities that are being offered in that moment, that you're stressed out and anxious about something else that has not happened yet. And so, yeah, I don't know. I just thought maybe somebody needs to hear that. If you're in a place and space of transition right now and you're feeling like you're really anxious and you don't know what to do, I truly do. I feel like this message is for you, right? Just relax. Enjoy the moment that you're in. Enjoy the opportunities, right? Because you could be missing moments of enlightenment, stressing out about the next thing, right? Transitions are about, to me, sometimes really offer wonderful opportunities for enlightenment. It's the space between, the undefinable, where a lot of magic happens in the universe, God, whatever term you want to use for it, is able to move for you, with you, like using you as a vessel, as a messenger, for someone else potentially on their journey or something like that. So just like keep your mind and heart open, enjoy the beautiful and the rare. And that's, to me, is like these transitions, like no spring, no fall, no winter, or, you know, no season is exactly the same. Yes, there's a certain recipe and you're getting a similar flavor as you did the previous spring, but it's a brand new bud on that tree that you passed the year before, right? It's not the same bud that you saw the previous year. It's completely different, and it might look similar to the other one, but it's still very different and has its own unique signature and its own unique journey. And so, yeah, you too are a precious little bud that's unique from all of your brethren, all your kindreds. And so embrace that. Okay, I'm gonna ink this and stuff at some point, because I don't want that brown hanging out. But that is where, oops, wrong direction. Okay, I'll make it right side up for you. So again, this is, you open the book, right on this side is where this is gonna live, right here. And we are going to, did I do this right? Well, no. Oh, it's upside down. No, it's right side up. Okay, listen, I'm tripping. I had a moment. That was a moment. I'm allowed. Yeah, so we're gonna have some tags, and I actually pulled these. I'm gonna pull 2 of these big ones, and then and they're gonna go in here. I mean, there's tags on the bottom, which you can cut those off. Let's see. In your own time. All right, so that's gonna be there. So just, it'll be 2 of them, but they'll be in this back part here from the side. So they'll slide in this way and be there. This third one will be used at another place and time. So just cut that out. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna back these on some lined paper. I'll back those on this, and then they'll just slide in here. And then, so when I mount this down, I'm gonna mount it so that there's space in the back for something to be slid in the very back. And so that's gonna be this. I think I'm gonna use the bunny one. This is from my kit. These are from my kit. What is it called? Sweet Notes of Spring kit. Currently in my digital kit. It's currently available in my shop. So these tags and this journal paper spread is in the Etsy shop in the kit. I think these are in the primary kit. Maybe. I don't remember because there's like the couple of add-ons too. Anyway, I think I'm gonna do the bunny. So yes, this is meant to be a journaling spread, right, to be put inside a journal, but I think I'm gonna just cut it in half, use that in something else, and then I will, this will be a card, and it'll be slid in the back, and I'll back it on lined paper. So that's gonna be that. So let me go ahead. Keep that there so I don't go out of frame. And then, So this will be back here, slid in. And then there's this other one right here. That will be 2 tall narrows tags that I'm gonna make out of this paper. So there will be 2 of them. No, they'll be tall narrows. Okay. So let's do this first because I think it'll be easier. Set you to the side and trying to think about it. How far down does it go? Okay, to here. Let me know down in the comment section what you're working on. What are you opening this spring up with? What type of project are you pursuing? Apparently cutting takes all of my concentration. I can't talk and cut at the same time. Yeah, I'm surprised my tongue's not hanging out my mouth. Okay. Oh, well, ink and stuff. Let's see. All right, so these are gonna go in this location. We shell back our bunny. And then I think I'm gonna need another. Not pay attention to where this ended. Okay, here we go. piece of hair in my glue. Oh man, that's why you shouldn't try to get it lined up with the bottom. You shouldn't do that. It's not good. It's like doesn't allow for any error. Come on now, quit playing with me. Acting out. This is such a pain. Don't do it this way. Okay. No, that's okay. I'm gonna ink around anyway, so that will fade. I'm gonna need to find something. Yeah, I'll ink around that. Any awkward moments will be, yep, you can see that piece of hair through. I thought I tossed that piece of hair. Whatever. All right, so this is gonna go in there. And I will have to create a tab or something. Actually, lied. This is gonna go behind. Yeah, it's gonna go behind. Okay. Last but not least, we're gonna have these very narrow tags. Or cards. I guess they could be cards too. So this is about, let's see, 6 3/4. So I think if we do 3 and 3, that should, you know, because I still have to glue it down. So that should be okay. So we're gonna do 3 inches wide. Actually, I think, grab another piece of paper. Okay, yeah, right. So, I think I'm gonna glue. All right, let's just do this like this. Lined up with the edges. Okay. Don't mind me. Okay. So this is this is random. I do like a good scary movie. And I saw an interview with Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler. I saw the preview for that scary old movie they about to come out with. What is it called? Sinners, I think. I don't know why I'm talking about this. I'm supposed to be thinking about springtime and stuff, so don't ask me. But yeah, that was really random. That movie terrified me in the theaters. I was not ready. Let's talk about it. I'm struggling. It's fine. Like a good old struggle moment. Okay. All right. because the glue makes the paper wet. So it's starting to curl. It's not cooperating. Okay. All right. Looks like rubber. All right. Let's see. Which direction did I say this was about to be? Hold on a second. All right, this way. Okay, we're gonna do two at 3 inches. So I'm working on a mat that has a ruler, so I'm just gonna use it to measure. Got 3 inches here, 6 inches there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yes. Where? Oh, that was crooked. Not sure why, but whatever. All right, yay. All right, so this is gonna go in here. 1, 2. There we go. We have all the pieces, so let's get it in here. I need to, I'm wondering, I feel like just grabbing some ink around. Me over here scuffling around. Let's see. Here it is. Alright, I think I'm just gonna do black around the edges of this piece. So I think that to disappear a little bit. I don't know if it's actually gonna function, but bit of a frame all the way around. Adding the ink. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is close those up. I'm actually not gonna and I do this frequently in my projects, like I'm not gonna actually close this off to make two pockets. I might, if I do anything, it'll probably just be a little dab of glue in the middle point. And that's just to help guide yeah, that'll be just to help guide the tags in there. And that's because if you want to, you know, whoever gets this, like if they want to put a big old tag in there, if I close it all the way, they won't be able to do that. So just to leave the flexibility. Excuse me. All right. All right. I'm just gonna close up this part with our little tabs. And this was a paper bag from, I don't know, like a Chinese food order or something like that. I think I had paid $2 million for delivery. And I was like, well, might as well reuse this bag they put the food in. Yep, $2 million, telling you. Being lazy is expensive these days. You used to be able to, you know, $20, $30, and you'd be like, I don't feel like cooking tonight. And now I'm like, you know, I didn't feel like cooking, but you know what else I don't feel like doing? All right, let me grab some. I'm trying to see what I'm gonna ink around. Ink around the tags, peel paint. Okay, I don't have a sponge here for that right now, so I have to get that. This is picked raspberry. Probably do something on the back. I don't really know. Maybe a little cluster or something. It's gonna have to be flattish. Maybe a sticker or some stenciling. I don't know. I know this is super enthusiastic. You're exhilarated to be watching me. But I mean, this is what goes into these projects, right? You know, sometimes people see the end amount for a handmade journal and they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, that's because all of this is what goes into it, you know. All the stuff on camera and off camera, so yeah. Especially do something on the back of this one. This is tons of real estate to do something maybe nice in one of the corners or add some stenciling around or something like that. So I'll do that, but at a later date. I'm just gonna put together this we're gonna get it in here. So this is actually like that. And then I'm gonna glue it down on 3 sides. So let's do that. Something like this. Okay. That's about right.